Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Toys Kingdom, the place where all toys prosper, they will and shall forever. Okay. All right, guys, and so in today's video, we will be taking a look at something pretty unique. It is a one-of-a-kind item. However, this item is from a company that we really love on the channel, and that we seem to not get tired of reviewing toys from. Okay, and that company is none other than Disney. All right, so this is a collaboration between Disney and Hasbro, and this toys is also out of the Frozen saga. So guys, you all should really have an idea of the type of toy that we will be reviewing pretty shortly. However, you guys will not. However, you guys will be quite surprised by what you will see. All right, as it's pretty different than what you have imagined. All right, guys. So enough of the rambling. Here comes the item of today. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bang. All right, guys. As you can see here today, we will be reviewing the Frozen 2 Pop Adventures Enchanted Forest Playset Elsa Doll. Alright, guys, as you can see here, the Frozen 2 Enchanted Playset comes in this interesting packaging. Alright, it isn't very beautiful, it isn't bland, it is average. I should say average. Alright, so now let's see here. What we have is the view from the front. Okay, looking pretty decent, and after that follows the view from the right hand side. All right, there isn't really much to say. And after that, what we get is the view from the back. All right, where we can see a bunch of things that we will have to come back to in a bit. And after that comes in the view from the left hand side. Then follows the view from the bottom. And to top it off, of course, here comes the view from the top. Bye-bye. Alright, guys, so when we take a look at the view from the front, we can see that this is what the playset looks like. It looks like a little suitcase. And then here you have Elsa, you have the key, so this might be the key to open it, and then you have her little friend, whose name I forgot. Alright, and then here you have what Elsa looks like in the movie, and then what her sister looks like. Here you have the Hasbro logo, you have the warning for the the choking hazard, saying that if you, or better yet, stipulating that if you know someone who's playing with these type of toys and they are under the ages of 3, make sure to always keep an eye on them. Right, and right there by the corner we have the Disney logo, we have the Frozen 2, we have a little note saying that this is the Enchanted Forest set. Okay, that's definitely interesting. Now if we scoot over to the view from the back, we can see what this playset looks like, I guess, in real life. Right, you guys can see here, looking pretty interesting. And then it's for Pop Adventures. And then there seems to be this thing right here that we can go ahead and squish in order to get something I'm not familiar with, but we'll get to see that. And then here you have your warning, you have your Hasbro logo, you have your 0 to 3 theory, you have your environment friendly, and then here you have the toy number. So now, guys, before of course we get to remove everything out and unwrap this thing into, I guess, I don't know, I'm just talking a little too much. I'm just saying a bunch of things and then they are not really making that much sense. But yeah, guys, so before of course we get to play with these toys, I'm gonna share with you the story behind how this toy found its way on the channel. So guys, I was looking for a new toy to review on the channel, right? And then I wanted to do something different. And for some reason someone suggested that I should review a Frozen toy, because the last Frozen toy that I reviewed did okay. So I figured why don't I just go ahead and do that, in the hopes that you guys like it better than the previous one that I did. And then based on what you guys say, or based on how the video performed, I will get to see if I need to do more Frozen toys review, or if I should switch over to something different, right? So please guys, let me know in the comment section. Of course, make sure to let me know what else you'd like to see on the channel, right? Also, like the video, all right? Share it with your friends and family members. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit the bell icon to stay tuned for more. Alright. Okay, so without further ado, let's jump right into it. Alright guys, so as per usual, I have got my scissors here and I am ready to go. Alright, so inspired by the epic adventures in the Frozen 2 movie, right? The Pop Adventure toys offer an exciting playset experience. Kids will delight in opening the case and watching an iconic scene pop up right before their eyes. This pop-up effect is delivered through the material of the playset, a soft plastic that collapses when the playsets are closed and rises when the playsets are open. The Enchanted Forest set pops up to reveal a forest scene complete with tent, hammock, and salamander friend. So that was the salamander friend. That's what I was looking for. I thought that was the name. And an Elsa doll is also included, and she wears a molded blue outfit with a removable cape. Okay. So illustrations of friends, Honey, Marin, and Ryder appear on the backdrop so kids can imagine they're part of the adventures too. Kids can use the key to unlock adventures and play out lots of favorite Frozen 2 scenes or create their own. Then they can store all of the accessories inside of the playset for next time. This pop-up playset is designed like a carry and go case with a convenient handle so kids can collapse it, clip it, and take the Frozen fun with them anywhere. All fans and lovers are encouraged to collect other Disney Frozen pop-up adventures playsets. Of course, they're sold separately each to recreate familiar scenes with characters kids know and love. Give this forest scene playset as a holiday gift or birthday present for kids ages 3 and up who love to imagine exploring the magical world of Frozen. Alright, bunch of information about this toy. But then now, let's go ahead and get this thing out. Alright, I've got the case out. I have this thing out. I'm going to go ahead and remove Elsa, the salamander, and the key. Alright guys, as you guys can see here, that is what packaging looks like after it has been destroyed by me. Oh my god. And then let's go ahead and take a look at what was included. Alright. So first and foremost, what we have is BAM! This thing right here, basically saying that warning, smoking hazard, warning, choking hazard, small parts not suitable for children under the ages of 3. Yada yada yada. It's not really useful right now, so I go ahead and put it aside. And then here comes the first item. BAM! So the first item is the key. As you guys can see here, the key is looking pretty good, if you ask me. And then it's meant to be golden, right? But of course, this is plastic. It has like a little handle here, and then this is the place where you go ahead and insert it into the case and pop it open. Looking pretty good and pretty nice. I really love the attention to details. I really love the designs, and it is a pretty cool thing. So I'll go ahead and leave that there for now. Alright, and then here comes the second thing included into the assortment. Bam! So the second thing included into the assortment is the salamander. Look at the salamander. Look at its eyes. Looking pretty creepy. Alright, so this is the view from the front of a salamander. And go ahead and move it to the right hand side of the salamander. Then the view from the back of the salamander. The view from the left hand side. The view from the bottom. And then the view from the top. I really love the purple accent that they added in order to reflect, in order to depict, you know, some of the traits in like a typical like royal salamander. Right, you guys can see here, looking pretty cool and pretty nice. It's pretty well detailed though. Good job. And then here comes the third toy included. Bam! So this is Elsa. You can see here, this is what Elsa looks like. Looking pretty good. You know, they did a pretty good job at it. You know, she's wearing her signature blue outfit from the movie, and then her signature blue boots, and then her signature blue cape. Now let me go ahead and see if she has any type of articulations. Yep, so her hand can rotate 360 like so. So that's pretty cool. Alright, and then her torso, no, I say her torso, and then her head can also rotate 360. That's pretty cool. And this area can only wiggle. The leg can be twisted like this. You don't have any type of movement. And that is pretty much it, guys, as far as movement is concerned. I really like her hairstyle. I'll go ahead and leave Elsa there for now. And then this is what her cape looks like. Because remember, the cape was detachable, right? So this is what the detachable cape looks like. It's a little transparent, so I need to go ahead and use my hand like this. Look at that. Pretty cool and pretty nice. This should be a raincoat. So I go ahead and leave that there. And then here comes the final item into an audio assortment. Bam! Our case. So this is what the gigantic case looks like. Like seriously, this thing is massive. Alright, so this is what it looks like from the front. You guys can see here the attention to details. You can also see the admirable craftsmanship. Alright, you can see the handle there. This is from the right hand side, the view. And then bam, the view from the back, you guys can see here. And then the view from the left hand side. Alright, and this is the view from the bottom. You can see that. Yeah, pretty well detailed and well thought out. And then this is the view from the top with this logo on it. Pretty awesome, if you ask me. Alright, so now let's go ahead and get this thing open, right? To see this, to have access to the scene. I mean, well, I didn't really need to open it all the way, but you know, it just popped open. So that's that. Nonetheless, it's pretty awesome. Alright, so this is what it looks like once it's being opened. Let me go ahead and grab this thing and kind of get a little closer to it. Alright, pretty lovely. Alright, so what we have here, we have our hammock. Look at the green hammock, like very beautiful green hammock. Green moving towards blue. I really love the texture of it. I really love the attention to details. I really wish I had one like this in real life. Okay, and then we have the tent right there. So this is what the tent looks like up close. Look at that, pretty well designed. Let me see if it feels good to the touch. Yep, feels good to the touch, and then it's pretty well detailed. You can see the flowering detail, you can see the grass detail, you can see all of that, and then you can see the top of it. Look at that. And now is it detachable though? No, the top is fixed together. However, the tent can be folded like this, and it pops all the way. Oops, sorry about that. And then next to the tent is our fire. This is the fire for the camp. Look at that, the fire for the camp. It looks like gummy bears or whatever. Alright, so that's pretty good too. Let me see here. A bit rough. Alright. Then you can see here, this is meant to represent the wood, like the yellow part, and then the blue parts are meant to represent rocks right here, and then this is meant to represent the fire. Now we can go ahead and see this. This is like the little thing that you see like when you go hiking or whatever, or when you go into the woods. You can see this thing. It usually gives you it usually helps like all the runners and hikers, you know, into knowing where they are and into which direction they are meant to go. But this one doesn't have any on it, and yep, it's just that. However, it has some kind of details on them. On it, I meant, not them. And yeah, it just is what it is. It should have like a little rope on it though. I guess this counts as a little rope. But yeah. Alright, and so right here you have your tree. So this is what your tree looks like. It's meant to represent like a tree from the fall, right? Not really tree like, but you know, it's meant to represent the tree. This is all the leaves of the tree. You can have some what is it called, orangish, purplish leaves, and then some purple leaves right there, and then these are the tree branches. These are the trunk, and then here you finally have your rope. I like that a lot. And then the tree is also connected to the remaining of the case with this little piece right here. Alright, so that's definitely good. It allows it to move to retract like this when you close the case. So that's pretty nice and well thought out. And then right here you have some extra characters whose name I kind of forgot. So sorry about that, guys. Nonetheless, you can see here the leaves falling, indicating that a change of season is happening. You can see here the trees down there. You can see here some of the grass right there. All the small trees. Definitely good and pretty nice. I like this set a lot. Okay. Alright guys, so as for me, this toy gets a rating of 5 out of 5 for a few reasons. The first one is that there is a big variety in the pieces. As you guys can see here, we have a case, we have a key, we have Elsa, we have her raincoat, we have a salamander, and then we have a bunch of goodness and awesomeness. The second reason is that it is sure to spark some creativity. So definitely while playing with these toys, your creativity will be sparked, and thus increasing the amount of play time. However, it is of course better if you already have like a few scripts or ideas already written, in order to ensure that in fact your fun lasts for as long as you predicted it, or even more than that. Alright, and the other reason is that it is made out of good material and holds a beautiful craftsmanship. Definitely guys, the material used to build these toys is good. Like, it ensures that some of the pieces, if not all, will last quite a while, right? And then the craftsmanship is also admirable. Like, I didn't see any type of scratches, any type of scuffs, or any type of dent or break or hole at all. It's damn near perfect. And then the other reason, it's reusable. Definitely reusable for as long as we all take good care of them. Alright. And then the last reason, they are nice and somewhat sturdy. However, You should avoid being dropped in order to limit the amount of scuffs, scratches, and possible cracks and breaks. Alright, especially the case, you want to avoid dropping it or dragging it. Alright, so that, ladies and gentlemen, marks the end of today's video. As always, guys and gals, if you haven't already, make sure to smash that like button. Yeah, leave a comment, let us know what you think, what you would like to see, and where we all can improve. Share this video with a friend or a family member in order to help us spread the word and to raise awareness. But most importantly though, make sure to completely destroy that subscribe button and to also hit the bell icon to stay tuned for more. As always guys, have a great day and I'll see you all next time. Bye. See you. Elsa and the Playset out of the Disney Frozen 2 universe. Looking good.